Hi everyone, I'm Xan, and you're listening to Xan Noel podcast. Tonight is incredibly quiet. So quiet, in fact, that sometimes I feel like something's missing, like the sound of traffic, people talking, or even the thudding from the upstairs neighbors. Usually those familiar sounds bother me a bit, but tonight, with this stillness, I find myself missing those ordinary things. It's already 10:30 p.m. Normally, I'd be asleep by now. I wonder when you all go to sleep, or perhaps you're listening to Xan's podcast to help you drift off. I always hope that all these shared thoughts and confessions can make you feel lighter, make sleep come easier, and help each day pass without too much stress or exhaustion, knowing that you always have someone here to listen and share with you. Today's topic, which I want to discuss and share, is what do we live for? And if we live without a dream, is that really such a terrible thing? It seems everyone has dreams. The media writes so much about successful people who have passions and pursue them. But right now, I'm just trying to get through the day, trying to earn money to make ends meet, trying to finish this one course, the one I've owed for so many years. It feels like I'm very different from everyone else because I don't have a dream. Have you ever felt that way? Or is that exactly how you're feeling right now? Today, I really want to talk with you, all so we can understand ourselves better together. The book I just mentioned is one I think young people should read. Actually, not just young people, but it definitely resonates more with younger minds because the writers are also young. In this book, 23 stories are told by 20 authors, and there's visual storytelling from a community of storytellers, a community built on the belief that not everyone can be a novelist, but anyone can be a storyteller, and all genuine stories deserve to be heard. So, when you listen to it, you'll hear small stories from ordinary storytellers. I feel that it's precisely this ordinariness that makes the stories so relatable. To answer the question of what I live for and whether I have dreams, I just want to say that I want to do many things. I have a certain affection and influence on people, and I'm grateful for that. I feel that with this, I can do more good. That's why I want to do many things. I want to create videos sharing quality content on my YouTube channel. I want to make podcasts so someone out there has a listener and a sharer anytime, anywhere. I want my words to resonate a little, to awaken the inner energy within you. The more I listen, the more I dream, I dream bigger. The further I go, the more I want to achieve big things. Sometimes my shoulders feel heavy, and I feel the pressure of responsibility, but somehow I feel it's worth it. Because every time I achieve something, I read your comments, see your changes, and look back at my own changes, I feel happy. I'm happy to see that growth. I'm happy that everything I've strived and worked for over a long period seems to have achieved something. Speaking of dreams, let's go back to our school days. I don't have many memories, actually, because everything fades away in my mind. Not many memories remain. From elementary school, I probably only remember two things. First, the first boy I ever crushed on when I was in 4th grade. I don't know where he is now, and I don't even remember his name, but I still recall his chubby, round, adorable face when he spoke in class. The second thing is that I was chosen to represent my school in an art competition and later won an award. Those are the two rare things I remember. But there's one more, my autograph book from elementary school. Back then, when we finished a grade, we often had an autograph book where we'd write down all our feelings for each other. It could be our names, nicknames, hobbies, and then your thoughts about me. Do you remember? I wonder if you had that custom too, but we did at the end of every elementary school year. In middle school too, but gradually, by high school and university, that fun tradition faded away. My dream, I still remember writing in that autograph book that I wanted to become a fashion designer or an architect. Because back then, I loved to draw, and the image I had of myself was someone skilled in drawing, creating valuable works, especially in fashion and architecture, which were two things I loved, truly loved. But is that still my dream now? Definitely not. Now I'm a content creator, not someone who draws on paper, but someone who draws intangible things, sketching thoughts. I realize I have many dreams, and I've found that for each stage of my life, I have different dreams. They completely change a lot. When I was in middle school, it was when I joined the Children's House Club. Yes, the city's children's house, and performed with cultural and artistic groups. That's when my artistic soul started to surge. I participated in such programs, and appearing before people made me love it even more. From joining the club to directing my class's performances for school competitions, things like that. Suddenly, I really loved doing things related to scriptwriting, choreography, choosing songs. I loved to dance, sing, and wanted a team to create a performance together. At that point, I wanted to become a performer. You might find it a bit funny, but that feeling of standing on stage then made me so happy, and from there, a new dream was born. Of course, it also ended after a while when my mother discouraged me from that path and told me to focus on my studies. I think she was partly right because what I imagined myself to be back then wasn't entirely true. I thought going on stage and hearing applause was grand, but in reality, I didn't truly know who I would be in that world. I was just someone who could dance a little and sing a little. To pursue it professionally, that's a much longer story that I hadn't yet realized. And so, I continued to high school. From being a girl who was very good at literature, I thought I leaned more towards humanities. I decided to switch to Block A, which is math, physics, and chemistry. And of course, I still managed it. I still tried my best to follow the formulas, and for me, executing formulas wasn't difficult. Of course, getting a 9 or 10 was hard, but with diligence and effort, a 7 or 8 was achievable, and I got into the university I wanted. At this point, what was my dream? To become a director and earn a lot of money. Studying Block A, I became less dreamy and started focusing on numbers. At that time, seeing anyone who was a director or a boss, I really wanted to be like that. I wanted to manage many people and then have a lot of money to spend freely, to live freely. Back then, I was just an ordinary university student, dreaming, passionately in love, and imagining many things. But somehow, the image I wanted to become was a businesswoman, a strong woman who often wore blazers with a serious expression, respected and valued by everyone. For 18 or 19-year-old me, that seemed like a very distant dream, didn't it? But who taxes dreams, right? So I just kept dreaming. I kept dreaming, even if that dream would eventually change. From then until now, I think I've had many other dreams, many other aspirations. I feel that sometimes they are a compass in my life. I want to be better to get closer to my dreams and my goals. Although over time, as I improve and understand myself better, I change those goals and dreams to suit reality and what I currently have. Living in this world is a journey of finding ourselves, at least for me. And in that process, we have to move from being naive to being a little less naive each day. The more we understand ourselves, the more that dream might change or become clearer. It's still the same path, but each of us will have different stories. Dreams, for me, originate from wanting to do better with the foundation I already have, from looking at someone's image or combining it with my own interests, wanting to become them because I want to do something even better in my current life. I don't want to waste time. Many of you ask me, Xan, what if we live without a dream? Is that a terrible thing? I think no, there's nothing terrible about not having a dream or a goal right now. Living in this world, it takes a lot of time to find, first, what we want to do, then what we're capable of doing, and finally, what we're determined to pursue. It's a long process. It doesn't happen overnight. But I believe we shouldn't give up on searching for it. As I said earlier, when we achieve those dreams and goals, it becomes an even greater motivation for us to develop further. Even if we haven't achieved them yet, just having that hope can motivate us to keep going because at least we've planted a seed of hope. It's okay not to have dreams, everyone, but don't neglect this life. Don't neglect yourself just because you don't have a grand or big dream. If you don't have grand or big thoughts, it doesn't mean you're ordinary. You might just be simple. Sometimes in life, we simply live well with everything we have. If you have a job that helps you cover all your expenses in life, then keep doing it well. If you're not entirely satisfied with yourself, keep having faith and slowly change, step by step, starting with your daily habits. Dreams and goals actually aren't mandatory or something we absolutely must have. I think they appear naturally somehow when we immerse ourselves in life, learning from life itself, from encounters, from conversations, from experiences. The more you do, the more you'll understand yourself, know what you truly want, know what inspires you to live, and what helps you overcome all difficulties to achieve it. When you achieve it, you feel immense joy. But has everything stopped there? No, actually, there's no forever peak. In my philosophy, achieving my life goals is good, but I never stop, everyone. Never stopping is what's important. I can set more goals or have more dreams. Sometimes, a goal or dream is simply to live an ordinary life, wear ordinary clothes, drink an ordinary cup of tea, and talk about ordinary things. When life becomes more chaotic, and we're burdened by things like money, relationships, love, friendship, Ultimately, there are days when we just wish for peace. No dreams, no goals, no worries, not too ambitious or excited. We just want ordinary days to pass and to cherish them. I really love the song En Hiu Ngyu Om Jayak Mo. Many People Dream by musician and singer Lakat Trong Lai. It's a beautiful song. If you haven't heard it, you should give it a listen. There's a line in it that goes, many people dream of wealth, a few people dream of peace. I need peace, I need love, may this singing not stop. O mist, be joyful, please live carefree for the next day. The line that I find most valuable in that song is, please live carefree for the next day. It means we should just live carefree, everyone. Don't put too much pressure on anything. Just waking up the next day and embracing it freely, with a fresh perspective, is a wonderful thing to start a day and start living. Having dreams and goals is wonderful, but not having them is also okay. I think that if we, as young people, dare to dream, dare to live, dare to pursue what we like, that's great. I'm also a strong person who dares to pursue what I want, and if it weren't for those goals and dreams, perhaps I wouldn't be doing as well as I am now. But there's something even stronger and more important. Perseverance, the act of moving forward and putting faith in myself, even when I have no faith, no hope, and no dreams at all. Do we put faith in the version of ourselves we think has failed? Do we keep moving forward and give ourselves a chance, even when it feels completely empty and lost? Perseverance is what truly matters. Many people are brave, strong, and take action, but the one who truly makes a difference is the one who never gives up. No matter what happens, they just keep moving forward. Don't think that life becomes meaningless if you don't know what you're living for, or if you don't have dreams or passions. Your life is still there, and its journey is still unfolding. The process we are on is already meaningful. It's only when we abandon it, when we ignore this life, when we no longer care about who we will become or what will happen to us, when we are indifferent, uncaring, and hopeless, that's when we truly give up on living the life we have. I believe that one of the most important things in life is finding yourself, understanding yourself. Knowing what you want, what you like, what you're capable of, knowing where you belong. It's a very long process, and even when we're old, we might still not fully understand ourselves. So don't put too much pressure on yourself. The words online are always so flowery when describing someone. Sometimes when I participate in interviews and they ask, please introduce yourself, or what achievements are you most proud of in life? I honestly don't know what new things to say. Do you want a really cool script, or do you want the truth, what I'm truly feeling? The things people construct can sometimes become your own pressure. But we need to step out into life and view everything realistically, not through the eyes or words of others, but through our own experiences, our own eyes, ears, all our senses: taste, smell, touch. Feel every cell of your being, go through all the most confusing, exhausting, happy, and exciting stories. This life is truly miraculous when we are still alive and can still put faith in ourselves to keep moving forward. What can't happen? My dream today might not be there tomorrow. It might be there today, then gone tomorrow. It can change into countless forms. But as I've shared, I've changed many dreams, even the most unrealistic ones, and I feel normal about it. Don't sanctify dreams or so-called truths. Everyone changes in this diverse world. We are too small and nothing lasts forever. So keep moving forward and live your own life. No dreams? It's okay. Today I will try my best, as hard as I can, and then suddenly everything will appear and it will be peaceful. You'll start putting the first strokes into your notebook, jotting down a list of things you want to do, things you want to accomplish for yourself or for your family and loved ones. You'll start craving more, wanting to do more for yourself and for society, not just for yourself anymore. And then, someday, when you're old, you'll simply want to sit beside your life partner, chatting softly about everyday things, stroking your dogs and cats. Life passes by simply, day by day, and time will change us greatly. Don't overthink things that carry a certain definition that people say you must have. What you must have is faith in yourself to keep moving forward, to live the life you desire, or simply to live the best you can with what you have. Every breath I take feels complete, and I hope our sleep tonight will be sound and gentle, without waking up in the middle of the night. I truly hope that after this podcast, we can be a little kinder to ourselves, caress and embrace ourselves, telling ourselves, life is hard, isn't it? But keep trying, keep experiencing, and keep moving forward. Many wonderful things are waiting for you ahead. And don't blame yourself too much. Don't feel too burdened if you don't have what others have. Thank you all so much for listening to today's podcast with Xan. I truly hope this has been a shared moment of resonance with someone out there. Xan will definitely be back with more interesting podcasts in the near future. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next podcast. Good night, everyone.